As early as 8 a.m. this morning, students, some accompanied by parents, showed up at vaccination centres island-wide to get their first COVID-19 jab. They're the initial batch of over 400,000 students, 12 years old and above, who will be progressively invited to get vaccinated. Many of them were excited to get their shots, especially those sitting for the national exams. Priority is given to secondary and pre-university students in graduating cohorts who will be taking their O and A levels later this year.
When I first heard that the graduating students can receive the vaccination, I didn't hesitate to sign up. I'm sitting for my O levels this year, and community cases are rising. I was quite worried about my safety and the safety of my loved ones. I also wanted to take this vaccination quickly so that I could perform better for my O levels later this year.
One concern I had for this was my upcoming O-level English oral exam, which is in July. So I didn't want my second dose of the Pfizer vaccine to for the dates to clash. So that's why I hurried up to sign up as soon as possible, so to make sure that I have ample time to recover before my O-level exam.
When I get to know from the news that they are they're opening the vaccination for the students who are taking the O-level, I'm very excited for my daughter. So I informed her and we discussed it over.
We've heard from a parent and students, so let's get a principal's take on this vaccination exercise. Joining me is Madam Rasida Rahim, Principal of Queenstown Secondary School. Welcome, Madam. Madam, how has the vaccination response been at Queenstown Secondary? How have you encouraged graduating students to sign up for their jabs?
Okay, for our school, we have quite a good response rate. Quite a high number of students have actually registered for the vaccination. In fact, when the news came, we quickly rallied our staff so that they can engage the students and encourage them to sign up.
Right. Now, it was announced just 3 days ago that students could get vaccinated. Could you share with us, how was the process of disseminating information to parents and sending out alerts been? Because, you know, it's a short notice.
Yeah, it was indeed a short notice and we don't have really much reaction time. So what we did was that we quickly rallied the staff. So I called for a meeting the next day with my all staff so that they are prepared to actually engage the students. We went through the rationale and also some FAQs. We also addressed any of their concerns and queries. Subsequently, my form teachers engaged their class and then reminded them to sign up for the vaccination program.
Right. Madam Rasida, you mentioned earlier that response has been great, but have parents reached out, you know, expressing any concerns? And how does your school deal with such cases?
So far, we have no parents that we need to engage regarding the vaccination program. So I guess for us, it's really a welcome news. So thus far, we are still able to manage the ground sentiments and it has been highly positive.
Madam Rasida, I must admit, in another life, I would have loved to be a teacher, but a principal's job doesn't seem like an enviable one at the moment because in the past 14 months, you've had to deal with HBL, social distancing within the school, students' health, parents' expectations. What are your big takeaways from the past year in managing the pandemic?
Well, it has been quite a ride. I must say that it's quite challenging. But I think what are some of my big takeaways is one, you cannot work alone. It's very important for you to work as a team because really we need everybody to play their part. I need my teachers to quickly level up their competencies in teaching with technology. But thankfully, we do not need to start from ground zero, because we are already into teaching with technology for several years already. I think another thing that was important also, the support from HQ. So as a P, I don't feel alone. There is support. There's a strong support from HQ in terms of managing the whole entire process of going through, ensuring that the students are able to learn, the school is able to function well. So that I think is one of my biggest takeaway. My second takeaway is really the importance of us being adaptable. We need to change our work routines. I never imagined that one day I'll be conducting an interview in this manner. So it takes a while for us to actually get used to it. But then I must say that my teachers are very resilient. They quickly learn how to adapt and learn how to actually teach the students via platforms such as Zoom. Another thing that I thought was also one of my big takeaways is ensuring the well-being of everyone. As we actually as we are very busy implementing all these SMM measures to ensure the safety of and well-being of both staff and students, it's also important for us to take a pause and check in with the students, because really this pandemic will affect people differently. Okay, there are some students who come from certain homes that is not very conducive for them to learn from home. So we need to ensure that we supported them well. We also need to look into the well-being of our teachers, as you know that they have to manage both the teaching and learning as well as their commitment with their family. So in the midst of all that, we do need to make sure we take a pause and ensure that we show care towards our students and our staff. I think the final takeaway that I could learn from this experience is really the fact that there's always something positive that can come out of something that is so challenging. And that I mean is that I see that there were many opportunities for my students to show their appreciation. All right, they took upon themselves, they wanted to write appreciation cards to the healthcare workers. They wanted to show appreciation to the canteen stall holders whose income was affected because of the closure of schools. And this is something really that I thought was something beautiful that come out from this very difficult situation.